Okay. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm well, how are you?
Okay, can you state your name and date of birth?
Lisa Burrows, July 1st, 1998.
Okay. And my name is Sandra. I'll be doing an ear and eye examination on you today.
All
Do you
right.
have any questions?
No.
Okay. I'm going to start with your ocular motor. I'm just going to have you stare at my finger and keep your head straight to basically check your eye function. Okay, no nystagmus, so that's within defined limits. Next, I'm just going to check your visual fields. Okay, and to check your visual fields, you just tell me when you see my fingers, you can say now.
Now. Now. Now.
Okay. Now I'm gonna do the cover and uncover test. You can cover one eye at a time, remove it, and then cover the next one. Okay, you can start by covering one eye. Okay, you can remove it and cover the other eye. Okay, and one more time. Okay. All right, and that's good. No eye refocusing. If the eye refocuses, that means that the eye may be weak. Okay. So next, I'm going to use the ophthalmoscope, or also the fundoscope, and I'm going to do the red reflex test. So I'm going to stand arm's length, and I'm going to check for the red reflex. Okay, reflex is present in both eyes. In children, if the red reflex is absent, that means they can have a congenital cataract or retinoblastoma, and in adults, that could mean retinal detachment. Next, I'm gonna start by examining the eyes. I'm gonna set the fundoscope to 0 first. Okay, I'm gonna start by examining your right eye with my right hand. And I'm gonna move closer and try to readjust at the same time. I'm gonna look at it this way. Okay, I'm gonna look at the left eye with my left hand. And I'm gonna move in closer. Okay. And when looking at the eye, you're gonna check the optic disc for the shape and color. Then I'm gonna look at the physiological cup. The diameter should be half of the optic disc. Then I'm gonna look at the retinal vessel for AV crossing or any nicking. Then I'm gonna look at the retinal background for hemorrhages, lesions, any exudate. And then I'm gonna look at the macula for the surface and color while the patient is looking directly into the light. Okay. Next, I'm gonna start examining the ears. Okay, I'm gonna look out the outside of the ear for symmetry and shape. I'm gonna make sure that the pinna aligns with the corner of the eye. Low set ears sometimes can mean congenital defects or malformations. And do you feel any tenderness when I press on your tragus or pinna? Okay, and if there was tenderness felt, that can be otitis externa. Or if there's any discharge or tenderness or redness, that could mean an infection. Okay, so I'm gonna take the otoscope and I'm gonna look into the ear. For adults, you pull up, out, and back. And for children, you pull the pinna down and back. So I'm gonna hold the otoscope with my hand and pull the ear up and back. And I'm gonna go in to look. I don't see any foreign objects. I don't see any discharge. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. Okay, and I'm gonna check the other side. Okay. And I'll look at the tympanic membrane. The tympanic membrane should be intact, pearly gray. It should be no bulging, no retractions, and no inflammation. Next, we're gonna do the hearing test. We're gonna start with the Weber's examination. I'm gonna have this in the middle, and you're gonna tell me if you hear out of your left ear, right ear, or both ears. Okay.
Both.
Okay, that's good. Next is gonna be the Rhines test. I'm gonna test it in one ear at a time. I'm gonna start by having it back here on the bony prominence of behind your ear, and then I'm gonna move it next to your ear. And whenever you stop hearing the sound, you could just say stop.
Okay.
And then I'll continue to the next site.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. I'm gonna do the next side.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. And for the Weber's test, if someone can only hear on one side, that means that the other side may have some conductive hearing loss. For the Rhines test, the side that it lateralizes to means that there may be some conductive hearing loss in that side, and the opposite ear may mean that there's some sensorineural defects. Okay.